One of the things I want to be able to talk about today is whether physical discipline is necessary for kids. The reason why I say this is because people choose to hit their kids whenever they're bad or they do something wrong because they believe that it's going to be able to fix them. But in reality, that physical, I keep wanting to say, excuse me, physical correction, there you go. Physical correction is not the way to solve the problems that children face. It's not a solution to be able to, excuse me, it's not a solution to be able to fix kids, basically. And one of the things I want to talk about is that there's actually a study, I believe from Cornell. Yeah, from Cornell. There's a study that talks about how spanking helps short term, like if your kid drops something, he breaks it, and spanking him or her, that helps it. Sure, it helps short term, but it does not help long term. And the reason I say this is because that it's basically they fear like the hand, they fear it, and this kind of comes off as like a signal of discipline. But instead, that when you guys discipline kids through physical contact like this, it actually causes negative long-term effects. It also turns them negative as well. Aggressive as well. And some of these, and that actually brings me to my next example, which is actually, I'm sorry, I forgot something. I was actually looking at this study. It was talking about how researchers actually interviewed families which has parents and children, and the children were between the ages of 3 to 7. And basically they were asking these kids like about what hitting does to them. And basically what they found out is that when kids hit, it's usually to get their point across because they're not able to verbally express themselves yet. So that's why when I say that that kids who hit are likely induced to hitting as a way to resolve conflicts. Just like how when we're mad at somebody we hit them, that's what kids are doing, and that's wrong. My second point I want to prove was that there's actually a psychologist, a professor at Notre Dame. Her name is Dancia Narvaez, something like that. But she ended up quoting, children learn positive behaviors from practicing actions that work, ones that lead for belonging and okay. So basically what they do is that kids, they learn things that what their parents teach them, and if parents hit them, then they're going to learn that. They're going to learn that if they did something wrong, then they should be hit. Like vice versa, if somebody does something wrong, they should be hit. So basically they're adopting our own habits, and they're progressing it inside their own different ways, like whether this guy deserves to be hit because he did something wrong or they made them mad. And my last one I actually wanted to talk about was that spanking just makes sense, mixed signals. For example, when your child gets in a fight and they hit somebody, is it really a resolution if you hit them because they hit someone? It's just a big, gigantic circle of fuck-ups. Sorry. But, what's it called? But it sends mixed signals, and children should not be able to hit people because they're angry. Instead, we should be teaching children like how to conflict or even like solve their issues through words, or even like talking to somebody to be able to get resolution. And one of the things my common conclusion I want to ask was that is it even beneficial for you to hit your kids? Sure, it's also like short term, but long term, do you really think that hitting is going to solve it? Alright, that's it.